Submarines are giant creatures moving silently beneath the waves of the ocean. They act as the guardians of the deep. In Venezuela, one such guardian is the Caribe. The submarine is known for its strong and durable nature and connection to the sea. In today's journey, we're going beneath the surface to uncover the tale of this legendary titan. We will also look into its triumphs, challenges, and the indelible mark it has left on Venezuela's naval history. So fasten your seatbelt. It's time for a story that spans decades, nations, and the relentless flow of the sea. We're going to talk about the biggest Venezuelan submarine in history. Have you ever wondered how Venezuela acquired its most formidable submarine, the Caribe? As we dive into our story, let's return to the late 1970s. It was high time for change and advancement in naval warfare. Venezuela recognized the need to modernize its navy. For this purpose, they focused on the notable Italian SX-506 class. These submarines were marvels of Italian engineering. They offered a blend of stealth, endurance, and firepower that was unparalleled at the time. The acquisition of the fleet was a careful and thorough process. The Venezuelan Navy invested significant resources into securing these vessels. The Venezuelan Navy commissioned Caribe along with its sister, the Sabalo submarine. The arrival of these submarines signifies a critical point in the evolution of Venezuela's naval capabilities. They propelled the nation into a new era of maritime defense. How crucial was Caribe's strategic value in bolstering Venezuela's maritime defenses? Venezuela is situated on the northern coast of South America. The geopolitical position of Venezuela renders it a custodian of extensive maritime territories. Venezuela's coastline is 28 kilometers long and is an excellent source of a rich bounty of offshore oil reserves. The territorial waters of Venezuela have become strategic spaces of commerce, defense, and diplomacy over the years. When Caribe was commissioned, it appeared as a silent but significant force. The Caribe substantially strengthened Venezuela's coastal borders with its stealthy, maneuverable, and full vessel. The maritime giant can conduct long-duration patrols. It has the potential to operate in deep and shallow waters and present a solid deterrent to possible attackers, which was very important for Venezuela's plan for its navy. The stealth Caribe became the silent guardian of the Gulf in many ways. The submarine's presence signaled a new era in Venezuela's naval warfare. During this era, the undersea assets held a superior position in maritime security and territorial integrity. When you dive deep into the specifics of the Caribe, you will be astonished at the marvel of maritime engineering. The submarine can displace around 1,200 tons of water when submerged. The giant size makes it one of the most significant submarines to ever serve in the naval history of Venezuela. The Marvel submarine is armed with 533mm torpedoes. It boasts substantial fire rates. Naval warfare over the decades has transformed the design of these torpedo systems. Now they are more effective at engaging and neutralizing various threats. The modern weapon has made the Caribe a massive legend beneath the waves. The inside of the Caribe is more lively with activities. The submarine can carry 30 members to live and operate within its steel boundaries. Life on the Caribe manifests its crew's tenacity, resilience, and skill. Their world is confined within the limits of the submarine, but it thrives on precision, discipline, and unwavering dedication to its mission. The Caribe is undoubtedly a remarkable asset in the Venezuelan Navy, but has faced numerous challenges. Technology is moving forward at a high speed, like time. The advancements in naval warfare and maritime technology were rapid and unyielding. This development created a different operational environment for Caribe than the one in which it was brought to the country for the first time. The maritime marvel was once state-of-the-art, but now needs help to keep pace with technological advancement. For example, modern submarines are equipped with sonar technology, which makes the old ones more detectable. The advanced submarines are equipped with air-independent propulsion and advanced weapon systems that outperform the capabilities of the Caribe. Another challenge faced by Caribe was that of maintenance. The fleet demanded frequent and intensive care due to the increasing age and constant exposure to harsh sea conditions. As the submarine aged, finding its spare parts became increasingly challenging, always necessitating innovative solutions to keep the sub in operational condition. The maintenance requirement and the potential modernization of the Caribe are among the most pressing issues for the Venezuelan Navy. What place does Caribe hold in Venezuelan naval history, and how does its legacy continue to inspire the nation? Despite its pressing limitations, the Caribe S-32 left an indelible mark on Venezuelan naval history. The story of the Caribe is not simply a tale of the largest submarine. It is a saga of a nation's ambition to protect its maritime borders, its handsome expenditure in naval capabilities, and its place in the ever-evolving playhouse of submarine warfare. The presence of the Caribe beneath the waves is a token of the advancement of maritime technology during its time. It presents the aspirations of a nation to defend its water and the dedication of the crew that held control and walked through the narrow corridors. The echoing sound of the Caribe from the depths of the sea continues to energize the Venezuelan Navy. The history of submarines is attached to Venezuela's naval history. It continues to inform and shape the country's maritime defense strategy. As time passes, the Caribe remains an unshakable symbol of Venezuela's naval journey. The surface fleet of the Armada is an echoing testament to a time long past. The Armada's surface fleet is similar to a floating museum. It combines Mariscal Sucre-class frigates and the British-made patrol boat leading the line from the 70s and 80s. The Guacarey-class offshore patrol vessels and Dutch Los Frailes-class transport vessels are the newest addition. They blend into this old canvas. The fleet is not sitting around doing anything. The Venezuelan Navy actively conducts live-fire exercises and shows its naval strength by firing missiles. In May 2020, a military exercise called Bolivarian Shield Caribbean was held on La Orchilla Island in the Caribbean. This military training demonstrated how prepared the Navy was for combat. This show of force hides a harsh reality. The economic crisis left the country in a position where it was unable to perform major repairs and upgrades on its ships and submarines. It also hindered the government from acquiring new equipment. When international sanctions and isolation were imposed, it further complicated the situation. Caracas faced an unsympathetic international stage and could not even send ships aboard for repair. The sanctions act like a double-edged sword. It denied the country the resources needed to maintain its fleet and restricted Venezuela's opportunities for joint training exercises. Today, only Cuba and Nicaragua are the country's only naval allies in the Caribbean. The problem is these countries themselves need more fleet and naval capabilities. A world beneath the Caribe's imposing exterior exists that only a few outside its crew have ever experienced. In that world, the rhythms of the sea dictate the passage of time, where the sound of the engines is a lovely song and where teamwork forms the foundation of daily life. The responsibilities aboard the Caribe required constant pursuit of precision and order. Each crew member plays a critical role in the operation of the submarine. Some crew members are responsible for navigating the vessel, some maintain the engines, operate the weapon systems, and some prepare meals. Each role is essential, and together they keep the fleet moving. Reading so far, you might have guessed that it's all about work within these steel walls, but it is not. The crew of the Caribe has formed a strong bond of brotherhood that goes beyond their services. The crew members are bound by the shared experience of living and working in such a unique setting. The Caribe is more home than a warship station. The crew shares their meals and tales told in hushed whispers. The Caribe participated in numerous missions over the years, each task adding to its legendary history. Some of these mission stories are kept secret as a necessary protocol of naval warfare. Some of them have been shared with the broader public, and these stories proved the legend's operational capabilities. Caribe's involvement in long-duration patrols and exercise with other naval vessels have illustrated its versatility and stamina. The mission also highlighted the skills and determination of the crew, who successfully fulfilled the complex demands of submarine operations. The Caribe is one of the most impressive submarines that have graced the world's oceans. The submarines come in vast range of sizes and responsibilities. They vary from the compact and agile vessel of North Korea to the nuclear leviathans fielded by the United States and Russia. Although Caribe is old, it still performs its duties efficiently. Three features have made it a potent asset to serve Venezuela well in its naval operation: size, firepower, and endurance. The ever-changing nature of the sea reflects the spirit of naval warfare itself. Like the moving tides, the technology and strategy that powers the world's navies are also changing. The future of the Venezuela submarine fleet presents a fascinating opportunity for the country, symbolized by the venerable Caribe. The Venezuelan Navy faced modernizing its fleet as new technologies emerged and naval policies evolved. The new generation of submarines is equipped with air-independent propulsion, advanced missile systems, and state-of-the-art sonar. It represents a significant leap forward from the Caribe era. As Venezuela moves forward, the lessons and legacy of the Caribe remain an essential guide. The experiences gained from operating the Caribe, the strategies it shaped, and the triumphs and challenges it bore all serve as invaluable insights for the future. The president of Venezuela, the late Hugo Chavez, made significant investments in the military. During his presidency, Venezuela spends millions on military equipment with the help of the Russian Federation. This investment aimed to create a powerful defense force capable of protecting the nation against constant threats from the United States or Colombia. Venezuela had all the latest tech, such as state-of-the-art missile systems, helicopters, warplanes, and small arms. And yet, among this torrent of military might, a critical element remained strangely overlooked: the Bolivarian Navy of Venezuela. Operating an aging fleet of ships and submarines, the Navy's time for an upgrade has yet to come. Maritime deterrence, a crucial part of strategic operations, was left behind in this sweeping military modernization. Their fleet comprised 2 submarines, Sabalo and Caribe, manufactured in the 1970s. Caribe has been sitting in a dry dock for over a decade, undergoing repairs. As for Sabalo, it appeared for maintenance in early 2019, after which it disappeared from the radar. No report or photo has since surfaced to confirm its return to the waters. During the Chavez era, there were whispers about Caracas eyeing Russian Kilo-class submarines, but that deal never materialized. It leaves us in the present, where the Venezuela submarine fleet, once a force to reckon with, seems to have faded into oblivion. In 2019, the Caracas-Moscow Pact was signed. This pact aimed to provide docking and refueling support for their navies. Even this pact brought little change to the ground reality of Venezuela's navy. Most of the Venezuelan fleet was confined to their local water bodies, limiting the power of the project. Recently, 2 incidents took place which painted a concerning picture for Venezuela. One of them was the sinking of a patrol boat named Niaguara after an ill-advised confrontation with a cruise liner. The second is the tensions between the United States and Colombia. The future of the Armada Bolivariana hangs over a small thread with the weakened navy and few allies. The Venezuelan government continues to emphasize its military readiness and power, but the actual state of the navy remains the opposite of what the government overemphasized. As the Armada grapples with its aging infrastructure, dwindling resources, and limited allies, the once-dreamt image of the Venezuelan Navy as a Caribbean kraken slips further away. As we end the saga of the Caribe, we leave behind many questions about Venezuela's naval future. How will Venezuela adapt its naval strategy to keep pace? Will the lessons learned from the Caribe be enough to navigate the challenges of the new maritime frontier? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like the inspiring story of the Caribe, press the like button, share this deep-sea journey with your friends, and hit the subscribe button so you will never miss such informative content in the future. Let's explore the waters of the past through our voyage together.